Okay, so good morning, afternoon, and good evening, everybody. And once again, welcome to and welcome back in my channel today. And today we are on the episode number 53, a very special episode which we arrange on very immediate basis because I think this is the time when everybody need inputs from the certified people. So, welcome back in today's session 53 with Unknown to None, and I have a two special guests. I'll say not a special guest, two certified special guests of the Data Foundation. Hi, Kaushal, and hi, Vani. Welcome you in the session. Before I give you the formal chance to speak a lot, let's go as per the tradition in the session. Let's take 10-20 second pause, pray to God to give us the power, word, and strength so that what we want to communicate, what we want to be share with everybody, let's people or the friends or the community can take the same things in the same manner, and then we'll kick off the session formally. Okay, let's go.
Sure.
Okay, let's start then. So, hi Kaushal, how are you doing?
Hi Atul, thanks for having me. I'm doing good. How are you doing?
All good, all good. Since morning, I was waiting just for this discussion to be happen. Super excited for
Yeah.
this one. Vani, welcome you as well. How was your trip over the weekend?
It's been great.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with you, Vani. Could you please introduce yourself? Because as you know that the title of this podcast is Unknown to None, and we just had a discussion over the WhatsApp that I want to be invite you on my podcast, and you accepted that. But I don't know that who is you, where are you working, what's your experience, everything will be there, and then we come to the CNDM Data Foundation part. Nothing to be worried.
Sure. So I'm working as an architect at IBM at the moment. It's been like 15 years for me in the IT industry as well as with ServiceNow, working on ServiceNow. So I've done my BTech in IT and
Hmm.
then did a little bit of post graduation in Triple IT Bangalore in data science and deep learning, thinking that it would help us in ServiceNow in
Hmm.
AI space that it is growing someday.
Okay.
And then coming to the ServiceNow space, did a lot of certifications and then been part of CTA cohort as well.
Oh,
So certified CTA at the moment, yeah.
wow, wow. CTA. That's a very big term. Definitely, we'll discuss that part as well. So you done BTech and then you done kind of, you can say, the diploma in the deep learning. So what is the deep learning here?
It's kind of we need to grow ourselves a lot, right? So we need to keep learning, we need to keep enhancing our skills. So it's kind of it's one of the niche skills that even ServiceNow is coming up, which is like data science is something, or the deep learning is something where the ML algorithms are being developed, right? So something that would definitely help in ServiceNow space as well as broader technologies that we are getting into.
Wow, nice. We'll come on this particular part again. Kaushal. So let's start with you. Who is Kaushal Kumar Jha? I saw a lot of posts or the reply you
Uh,
putting on the ServiceNow community, and from there I come to know. Over to
yeah.
you.
So I started my ServiceNow career in 2023. So basically, I got hired as a campus graduate. Okay. So when I joined the ServiceNow, like I was very new to the ServiceNow. I was literally thinking like, what is this ServiceNow?
Okay.
Because I in the college days it was completely Java, Python, and whatnot, right? So I just started thinking, what is this service now? And later on, I got onboarded as a campus recruiter employee, right? So I started my career as a service now,
Hmm.
and as of today, I have 3+ years of experience. So I
Okay.
started with IT service management, which is kind of service now administration, basic fundamentals, right? So I started with that, but later on down the line, I started putting more focus, not only just one product. Then started with HRSD, CSM, hardware asset management, software asset management,
Hmm.
and recently I am working. as an enterprise architect module. So my current role is I'm working as a developer for enterprise architect module, which was initially called as APM, application portfolio management.
Yes.
So I do have vast module experience, not just the one. My main expertise are in custom application, where I worked for one of the key healthcare sector company. It was completed the transition project from one platform, Nexus platform, to the ServiceNow. So I worked over there. Then I worked on the ITSM, then software asset management, and then the recent one is the enterprise architecture. So this is the complete ServiceNow journey. I started from the Tokyo, I think it was Tokyo or Uta, I think. Tokyo
Okay.
release, I think. And now we are in Zurich release, and maybe Australia is also coming.
Yep.
So that's on that. And if I talk about my learning experience, and so I have completed, as I said, I have completed my graduations from Lovely Professional University, which is in Punjab.
Punjab.
And currently, I am serving my distance MBA from Chandigarh University in IT and finance. So
Hmm.
that's the one. And if I talk about my certification experience, so I do have currently 9 mainline certifications. I think CAD is the one, CSA is the second one, then ITSM, HRST, CSM, vulnerability response, HAM, SAM,
Wow. So,
and the
so
recent one is
it's look like I'm sitting between two Durandars, and I'm just a novice in the service now ecosystem. I'm very new in this system. Look like one is a
no, no, no.
CTA, one is having the 9 mainland certification. No, that's interesting. But I have a question that after working in the IT industry, why you're going for the masters now? Any specific reason you want to be go? Or it's just okay. I want to be learn more or read more or study more.
No, to be honest, so I have seen that you have recently completed your PhD, right? So I was going through your post as well, and
Okay.
as well as your graduation ceremony post as well. And let's talk about like why I'm doing masters.
Hmm.
So my main thing is like I just want to be techno functional, not just the technical side,
Hmm.
but in future down the line, I just want to work in an environment where I can do the technical side as well as functional side, right? So
Right.
it will be kind of mix of techno functional consultant, you can say. So
Okay.
that's the main goal I'm having as of
Wow.
now. Yeah.
Wow. So Vani, you do you have any plan to move forward in the studies, or you, Atul, I'm done now. CTA done. Everything has been done. What's your plan on that?
No, no, definitely planning to grow, learn something new.
Hmm.
So that's what I'm thinking, something to learn in the AI space, in the
Okay.
AI related certifications, or
Cool.
do a lot more, because it's nearly during COVID that I have done this PG diploma. So it's kind of now it's been almost since very long. So I want to do something now. That's where I'm thinking what to do next.
Good. Okay. So let's
Yeah.
come to the our main agenda or main session today. As
Mhm.
everybody know that ServiceNow has launched a new certificate that is called the Data Foundation, which includes CMDP and CSDM. Since November, it has been launched. There's a lot of mess discussion, heat up
Yeah.
debates are going on that how to prepare, when to prepare, what is the exam pattern, how these things will be there. And I saw recently you both have completed your certification. So
Mhm.
we'll go to one from first you. What is the way or what are the trainings are important for this foundation exam?
So I would say now learning path that ServiceNow has given us for the data foundation is the best thing, right?
Okay.
So just blindly follow that, do the CMDB fundamentals, and then do the labs, and then do the CSDM fundamentals, and then the deep dive that they have,
Health deep dive,
right?
right?
So just follow the path. Make sure that all the paths have completed 100%. The reason why I say 100% is that doing labs over there that were given actually helps us retain some of the knowledge that we go through as part of the theory content, right? So it really helped me in terms of remembering the properties that we need to do, or maybe the prerequisites that we need to do before we enable something, like the data health dashboard. What are the configurations that are required, right? And then I would say there are 6 items that we need to remember in terms of the entire exam. That's what I feel it as. One is like the health dashboard and the class manager, right? So the health dashboard, sorry, the data manager. So for the health dashboard, wherein you get to see what are all the things, the settings that you can do, the schedule jobs that you need to update, the duplicate CIs, duplicate dashboard that you need to manage. And then the concepts on the other side are like your completeness, correctness, and compliance. So majority of the rules, majority of the data that is there in this data foundation is covered around these six topics. So as part of the labs, they made sure that we do a lot of hands-on so that we remember those topics, right? And then even though some of the people, not all of us will get an opportunity to work on CMDB day in and day out. It
True.
might be for some, it's like I have done it during my initial part of my career. So post that, I do have some knowledge, because you cannot move away from ITSM or CMDB, though you're working on any other modules, right? So it's like it helps us to keep us up to date on the new functionalities that have come up. Though you don't work on it day in and day out, what are the things that you have? These labs has given me a really good
So
chunk
it,
of
it means
information.
labs are as equal as the content which is given by service now. If you do the labs,
Yes.
might be I can say you are moving your progress to the winning part. Is that true?
Yes, that's correct. That's
Okay,
absolutely correct. And
cool.
the other part is we need to be little understanding around the questions that they have in the
Mhm.
content, right?
Okay.
So as we pass through the modules or the concepts within each section, right? So we have few
You're talking about
questions
the
that
knowledge
come
check,
up.
right?
Knowledge check, yes,
Okay.
exactly. So the knowledge check questions are a very good kind of peep through into what kind of questions it would be coming up, right? So if you keep attentive in terms of what are the questions or what are the concepts that they are helping us or they are checking us, so that is something that we need to keep a tap on. That will also help a lot.
Okay, good. So now if that is the pattern, Kaushal, what is the more challenging part to keep a track of all the terms which you read in the six big topics? How I make sure, or how my friends make sure that if I'm reading or I'm going through any kind of a um, module, that okay,
Hmm.
these are the terms important, I have to be keep track, or I have to remember that. So what your point on that particular side?
I used to follow different approach. Like I still remember few of the people go and have the now learning course,
Hmm.
but I used to follow different approach. Whatever certifications I have completed, the my first way to go approach is, let's say if I am planning to go for the ITSM, right? ITSM certification.
Hmm.
And if I am having any client project implementation experience on the ITSM, well and good, I can go ahead and have the now learning, because I am having the understanding like what exactly is ITSM and how are the things, what are the features, different sections within the ITSM. So for CMDB, what exactly I have followed, in my case, I never got a chance to work on any CMDB implementation.
Hmm.
Okay. So what I followed is just to build the interest. So let's say if I am technical guy, it will be very difficult for me to sit and go through the each and every now learning course. It will be kind of boring sometimes, right?
True.
So what I used to do is, I used to go to my personal PDI and used to follow YouTube. Okay, because
Okay.
in you on the YouTube, I think there are multiple courses from you, courses from many service now storytellers, right?
Yep.
So I used to go through the playlist, at least one playlist or maybe two playlist is well and good, just to gain some understanding and just to gain some what I can say is just to gain some confident, just to gain some interest what exactly is the topic. Because
Okay.
being a technical guy, I used to feel going through the now learning course is kind of boring, right?
Boring. Okay.
You need to scroll through the words and whatnot. I
Yes.
used to feel sometimes boring. So just to gain the interest, I used to follow YouTube a lot initial days, maybe for 5 6 days.
Hmm.
So I used to prepare my plan so that I can go through the YouTube side by side. By just checking in the YouTube, I used to go to my personal PDI if
Hmm.
it's available. I used to go to my personal PDI just to check all the features. Let's say in case of CMDB workspace
Yep.
or CI class manager or query builder, I used to go line by line what exactly are the things available, because what I feel is out of 75 questions, I think 30 questions were close to on the features, like on
Oh.
CMDB workspace, what tab I can see, on CI class
Mm.
builder, where I can see added button, it's relationship, IRE, is it visible in the query builder, is it visible in the CI class manager? Those kind of questions I face. So it was close to 25 to 30 questions from that particular area. So I used to follow this approach first. Once I get some understanding and interesting, like what exactly I need to do, and once I prepare the plan, I used to go on the now learning course, because if I go now on the now learning course directly, it might be confusing, or it might be not uh,
Mm.
completely 100% surety, right? So in that case, I used to follow the YouTube first, then I used to go to the now learning, and that's how, like on the now learning, if I go start on the on demand course, let's say for CMDB and CSDB, I can
Mhm.
relate, okay, I got this from the
Okay.
YouTube side, I can relate it, okay, and it will be easy for you as well to understand and remember, and automatically you'll get a kick, okay, this is what we have the questions, this is what we have to do. So it was pretty much easy for me if I follow this approach. That what I feel. It
Okay.
may be different for
No, no,
others as well.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely something different. I hear that you follow the YouTube first to get the concept familiar, then you go to the dedicated course so that you can learn on this particular. Okay.
Mhm.
Now if I come back to you, Vani, that what is the most challenging part in doing this certification?
So, as Kaushal was mentioning, right, it is boring to go through the entire content for sure. But then, but then it's like I make sure that I write notes. So I've written a lot of notes in terms of when I'm going through the content, so that you know what are the points you remember. You don't remember the entire text and entire the course,
100%.
right? So you make notes. So I have the habit of writing notes. So when I'm going through the content, I make sure that I have notes. And if I think that this is something that is important, if I felt like this might be a question that would come in, so I just mark it in my notes in a different highlight and then do things right.
Okay. Okay.
And
Okay. Good, 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 good. Go ahead, please.
so and this notes, right, so it's like some parts of it you can just upload in any of the AI tools, right, maybe ChatGPT or Perplexity,
Mhm.
whatever you're following, and then ask it some questions, so you get some scenario based questions,
Wow.
right, which is one of the thing that ServiceNow certification recently introduced, right, so
Right.
you will get scenario based, so it kind of helps you as well in terms of whether you understood the concept first, and then also helps with your certification.
Okay. So it means reading word by word and line by line is key here, because like Kaushal also said that if you open the CMDB workspace, you should know that what tabs are available. It's not okay. I know the CMDB workspace. Go there, click on this, get the help, get the result. But it's not the case in the exam. We have to be very careful. One, two, three, four tabs are there. This is visible for me as a this particular user, and it will work for me. Okay, Kaushal, coming to you again, the same question. What is the most
Mhm.
challenging part in this examination or preparation of this examination first? Let's say preparation part, other
Um,
than
so,
this training.
so most challenging part was, let me be very frank, like this was completely new certification.
Hmm.
So that was one thing. Second thing was I was not having any CMDB implementation experience. So from that perspective, I felt this exam was, and ServiceNow has also changed the exam pattern, right? So
Pattern.
it was, I can't say that it was very easy.
Hmm.
Like whosoever gave the exam, they might have felt that this exam, I can rate it as medium to hard. This was not at all easy exam,
Easy, right?
because ServiceNow has introduced lots of scenario based questions. It was close to, and they have changed the patterns as well. Like I felt for single options, it was close to 40 45 questions on the single options. For multiple options, initially in webster we used to get, let's say, more than two options or three options,
Right.
right? But now they have restricted to two options. So first case is you will get one single option, second case is you'll get two options, and third case they have introduced newly, which was
That
kind of
matching one I hear, right?
matching wala. It
Hmm.
was kind of bit tricky as well as bit confusing as well.
Yes.
So I think I spent lots of, I mean, close to uh, 20-30 minutes just to solve 10 questions on mapping bala.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah.
So that was one thing. And on the learning part, as Vani said, right, labs and those things are very important. CMDB micro certification also we do have. So for that we do have the labs as well, simulator labs. So we can go through that, and it was pretty much helpful on the CMDB health dashboard and CMDB health side, like three C's and what are the schedule jobs we need to enable to get the
Hmm.
scores. So, yeah. So most of the questions I felt were from the workspace. I can say don't ignore the workspace at all. It
Mm.
was 20 to 30 questions straight away from this workspace. 20 to
My
30 questions
goodness. My
almost
my
on the
goodness.
CMDB workspace.
Ab-
Different
uh,
features within that, how we can do that, what things we can see in the dashboard, what are the dashboards available within the workspace. So it
mhm.
was pretty much lots of questions. I found that it was on that as well. So yeah.
No, if you generally see the CMDB workspace, it's getting very heavy nowadays. It's not just a kind of a dashboard or just a list view. It have a dashboard, then data management as well. You're heading the jobs as
Mhm.
well. So that's
Yeah.
what the key. Okay, one more part that a lot of people says, oh, I got drop off someone. Okay, no problem. So I read a lot of posts on the LinkedIn. People say that it is very challenging certification. As also you say that it is not like easy. It's medium to hard kind of a certification. So how much time a user need to be spent to prepare for this examination? Might be one I come to you. Let's bring to Kaushal. You are a CTA, so you can give a more technical thing. What do you think, Kaushal? How much time a person need to be spent to and say, okay, now I'm all set. Let me go for the exam.
I can say spend at least 1.5 months, because let me give you the my plan what when I started.
Hmm.
So I started in November end when ServiceNow introduced the certification. So because I was having other CIS as well, so I got the news from one of the ServiceNow employee that these are the dependent ServiceNow certifications. If you won't be going for the CIS CMDB data
Yes.
foundations, it may expire, right? So that's how I started preparing for that. And I started, as I said, for the YouTube approach. So I used to spend 5 to 6 days on that once.
Hmm.
Now the main factor is the now learning courses. So you can't ignore now learning course at all. If you want to pass in the exam, the only source of trust is now learning course. Don't ignore it. I can say go through line by line. You will get lots of questions, maybe scenario based questions and whatnot from the now learning. So spend pretty much good amount of time on the now learning, maybe let's say 15 days or so, or maybe 20 days also you can spend. Make a note, as Vani said, right, we can go through the AI tools. We can ask the chat GPT or maybe Gemini to convert those questions as, on the scenario based, because
Hmm.
we don't have any practice questions available
True.
these days, right? So for practice questions, I bought one Udemy course. It,
Okay.
it was having 400 to 500 questions, I think. So I practiced around more than 400 questions, and that's how like I cleared it.
Oh, wow.
But it
So,
it requires time. You can't just go and but just by seeing dumps, because I still feel when I posted, literally when I posted on the LinkedIn, like more than 30 or 40 people reached out to me asking for a dumps they
yes,
do give me if you have
I
dumps.
agree.
I used to say I don't have even dumps. If you go by reading dumps, you won't even get a single questions at all, because service now has changed the complete examination
Correct,
platform,
that. And
examination ecosystem, right? So yeah.
and this is what I was thinking when I'm reaching out to you guys. Might be you also say, oh, Atul, you also needed dumps. Come on. so so that is I just when I opened my message to you, I said I want to invite you on the podcast. It's not about anything else. Okay.
Yeah.
So one more question here that ServiceNow provide a blueprint as well for this exam. How much that
Mhm.
blueprint is helpful? Because being a CT, definitely you know the value of the blueprint here. So what is the value it serve for you while preparing the examination?
So the blueprint is actually a lot helpful in terms of which area is focused a lot, what percentage
Hmm.
is assigned to each topic, right? So that's where it is very helpful. Like per se, govern is a concept where most of the questions you get, and that is
35%
where you get most of
yes.
the coverage, right? So you spend a lot of time on that govern. So you know where you should concentrate more, you know where you will get most of the questions. So that way blueprint actually helps a lot.
Okay, cool. Let's play a game with you guys now. Okay, because you are two certified guy with me here. I'll give you an alphabet. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to be tell me the term from the ServiceNow ecosystem, but it is not a release name. Otherwise, A to Z is all fixed now. Okay. Second point in the same game, you need to be give me the answer from the CMDB perspective only. Okay, because you
Okay.
done the six long learning courses, labs as well, CMDB, CSGM, everything you have done. And don't worry, the friends who are watching me live here, they also supporting in this particular part. If anybody who is done the Data Foundation certification and listening us or watching us alive, please be on the comment section, get ready so that we can help you. Okay, first to you, Vani. Something which start with C.
Class.
Class. Okay, nice. Something which start with E. Kaushal.
Uh, E.
Chat GPT help नहीं करेगा, sorry.
I'm just thinking the.
Hmm. Specifically, I'm looking for something from the CMDB part so that we can revise our concepts as well.
Yeah, yeah, I'm just thinking. Not the embedded query.
One is
Mm,
checking her notes now. Okay, something with E. Yeah, no.
reconciliation. No.
Okay, one is something with E. Let's start. Don't worry, it's not
Effective CMDB. Building, configuring effective CMDB.
effective CMDB. Okay, chalo,
No,
but we'll
ah,
pass it.
this is
It's not a term
something
in the
different.
service
Not
now. Yes,
this is
but
this.
we're looking for a term in service now perspective.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, that's what.
okay, something with M.
Um,
M. I know what is something with M. Anybody can answer, no problem.
CI mod. No.
merge.
Merge what?
Merge CIs. When you have lots of
Some
CIs, so
some
you
some
merge them.
something more. M.
Mapping. CI
Mapping.
mapping.
Okay. Something else. Let's put something more. M. Come on, come on.
Mm,
We have CI with a multiple source.
okay.
Multiple. Okay.
Multi-source, yeah,
Multiple
multi
source.
Yeah.
CMDB
Yes.
360 multi-source is the
Yes.
new thing that is
Okay.
happening.
So Nikhil say it's a metadata. Someone say E stand for encapsulation. E stand for
Yeah.
elastic.
Encapsulation as
Yep.
well.
And migration. Merge duplicate records. Okay. Um, something starting with F. Something starting with F.
F.
Come on.
Fly crawl the methodology.
Methodology,
That
CSJ
I got a
methodology.
question. Remember, I got a question on this one as well. So
See,
this is a hint.
Yeah, we do have like what phases may
now
what you do.
crit phase
So
is right.
all those
Yep.
phases is like very
So
important.
there will
Yep.
be one question on this one as well. So we remember.
Yeah, I've
You
got
got one
like
Yes, yes, yes.
question.
multiple questions, almost like three, four questions. I think I got like which
Yeah.
phase you do what and
Yeah. For
yeah.
Hmm.
CSDM part, yes, yes, I can say.
No, I remember when I was drafting the this thing platform on exam items with service. Now we also have these things in the mind that we have to do something on this particular part. Okay, Bhuvneshwari says field mapping. I'm not sure that who is starting with at the rate level. It's a map. That's fine, but we are looking for so people who are watching me live here, we are looking for the key terms from the CMDB side mainly so that we can revise our topics, our stuff. Okay. Something starting with W.
Windows server, the main thing.
Up relationship and downstream relationship. Good.
Mm,
And W stand for workspace as well.
yeah.
Workspace.
Workspace.
Okay. One last, then we go for the discussion as well. Okay. Something starting with U.
Unified map.
Yes.
Oh, what a
Unified map.
suggestion!
Yes. And
Nice.
again, on
Hmm.
unified map, also 3 to 4 questions I got. So make sure you go for this topic as well.
Okay. So we can say CSDM methodology. We can say unified map. You say ServiceNow health and workspace are the key topics here. Okay,
Yes.
good. Now, next question.
And
Go ahead.
identification and reconciliation rule as well. 4 to 5 questions straight away on
Yes.
identification and reconciliation rule.
Oh
Don't
my.
miss it.
And also,
Don't
we
miss
have
it.
to remember those tables in which
Oh,
what data resides. There are some table names that were given in some while you are going through the course. So those table
Hmm.
names are also something that, like two or three questions, I think they are based on these table names.
wow, nice. Okay, now how was the experience? Let me start with you, Vani, because nowadays ServiceNow has changed the vendor for the examination. Earlier it was a web assessor, then now it's a Pearson. Okay, what is the full form of VWE? That is Pearson VWE. Anybody know? I know. I know. Yes.
Oh,
Anybody from the audience? What is the full form of VWE? Come on.
Mm,
It's a full name, right? Pearson VWE.
yeah, yeah. There is some full form. I forgot that.
Yes. Anybody from the friends who are watching us live? Because this question someone asked to me when the service now changed the vendor. What is VWE? I said, okay, let me see. Can you please let me know the course name? So we are talking about the ServiceNow Data Foundation. That is a new certification launched by ServiceNow specifically for the CMDB and the CSGM part. And we're discussing the challenges, tips, tricks to go through this particular exam. Okay, VWE stands for the Virtual University Enterprise, something like that. Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
okay.
Okay, so coming to now, so in November, ServiceNow changed the vendor from web assessor to the Pearson. What
Mm-hmm.
is the most challenging part with the new vendor? Have you faced anything? Because I see a lot of cases on the LinkedIn. What your thoughts on this particular part, Vani?
So one is like web accessor. We are pretty sure that you just give the code, or maybe we are used to it for so long, so it's easier. So you just give the code, you schedule it, and it's done. But here it's like a different UI, so you might feel little different, but it is easier for you to book the slots. And the other important thing is that if you're appearing from home,
Mhm.
so you can reschedule it within 24 hours in
Wow.
case if you, yeah, if you are doing a proctor test, then you'll have 48 hours before you can reschedule it in case if you would like to, right? That's one option that we have, which is not there in our earlier cases. It is very rare to reschedule the exams
Yep.
earlier,
No,
right?
in web assessor it was allowed, but it was 72 hours before, not the like a very limited slot, like 40, 24 or 48 hours. Okay. Also, what your experience while appearing for the exam with peers, like how the pre-checks work out and the things. Is it difficult, caution, or it's like, okay, it's a moderate one?
I can say Webster was a bit difficult. Pearson I felt bit easy
Mm-hmm.
because Webster was, see, whatever exams I gave, like I gave at my home. I felt the biggest problem in Webster was like once you get disconnect or by any network or
Mm-hmm.
anything, any issue, it was taking lots of time. You need to talk to proctor and whatnot you have to do, right? But in Pearson, there are few extra steps like you can download the OnView application. Then you have to go through different steps like checking the webcam,
Okay.
microphone. Then you first you'll get the access code. Once you open the application, you have to put the access code and you just have to click to the next. Once going to the next page, you can check the microphone the way you used to check for the before joining in a
Mm-hmm.
Teams meeting, right? So just that particular thing, then it will automatically check for the network. The main thing is after networking, it will check what are the running applications behind your maybe your
System.
laptop or desktop,
Okay.
yeah, system, okay, and it will try to close it. If
Okay.
so, you need to go to the task manager and basically you need to end all the tasks which are showing in that particular list.
Okay.
If in case if you are ignoring that, you won't be allowed to go for the further steps. So it's very important to close all the tasks and then again you can retest it, and once you retest it you can go for the exam, okay.
Okay.
Then after you complete all these things, the next step will be you will be getting a QR code. You just have to scan it from your phone. And the way we used to check in on the website, we can
Mhm.
just scan it from the phone. We can upload the pictures. Let's say first they'll ask you to upload your face picture. Then after that, you need to upload the front and back side of your Aadhaar card, or maybe any ID, national card, or anything as such. Then they'll ask for four pictures, not the landscape
Mm.
pictures. Front side of your desk, back side of your desk, left side, and the right side. So once you upload all the four pictures, you just have to click on next, and basically you will be in the queue. So some proctor maybe will come and verify the images. So it will show like it will auto refresh after 60 seconds. So it will just show you can wait like what is the queue number, right? So it will just show on the screen. And after that, let's say if it's zero, then someone on the proctor will call you and basically ask you to verify. So the room, desk, and everything, and there should be nothing on the table. You can use your water bottle, but one thing I felt like in Vevesa, it was not allowed to put water bottle at all.
Yes.
But this time you can have the coffee, you can have the water bottle, but yeah,
Oh,
they'll ask you. So you can have chill and everything while giving the exam. So that was one thing. I put one bottle of coffee, so I drank around completely one bottle of coffee between the exams. So that was one good thing.
okay.
And once they can verify it, the exam file will be downloaded, and yeah, you can go ahead for the exam. So
Okay. And
mhm.
also I hear that might be one you can also confirm that in the web assessor there was a need of the external camera, but in Pearson there's a no need of external camera. Only your laptop
Yes,
camera will work. But
that's correct. So only the
did there is
laptop
any
camera works.
concern the quality of the camera, because sometimes the
Mm.
quality of camera is very bad. So in my personal laptop, this is my official laptop, but in my personal laptop I have very sometimes blur images come. So they complain that, or it's all good. Any experience you
Should
have or
be good.
anything?
I mean, the latest laptops, whatever we are using, at least the official ones that our
Mhm.
organizations give, so it works. So that's one very good thing, right? So we don't have to worry about the external camera, getting the external camera and stuff. But I just want to add 2 points to what Kaushal
Mhm.
was mentioning, right? So one is that. Um, so you have to make sure that your ID is correct. For me, they didn't consider my Aadhaar to be a right one. So they are saying
Oh,
that it has to have the hallmark, or it has to have some code. Even though my Aadhaar card has it, the system itself, earlier web accessor we used to show to Proctor and they used to say
yes.
okay, but this time it is the system. So the system will treat whether it is the right one or not. For me, I
Mm.
took other like we do lamination for the others, right?
Yes.
So I've taken the longer version, shorter version, nothing worked. So I then had to take my passport, and that's how it worked. So make sure you have the two or
At least
three
two IDs.
IDs, yeah, ID proof, so that you don't have to rush in the last moment, right? And
And
it took, sorry, go ahead.
no, so I and also heard that now they're looking for the last name as well in your uh, government ID check, because they say first name is that fine, but you must have a last name as well. Is it also true? Because I saw some cases on the one or two cases in the LinkedIn as well. Or do you have an experience in that part?
No, I do not have. I did not face anything of that sort.
Okay, good. Now let's one thing has been done. We've done the preparation. You give us the tips and the tricks. Now let's come to
Mhm.
the exam has been started. How was your
Just
confidence
one
level?
thing before the,
Please go ahead. Go ahead,
sorry,
Vani.
Adul, just one thing before the exam starts, right? So here, when we are done with all the ID proof checks, we have taken the screenshots of the desk, your room, everything is done. So it took me half an hour for the proctor to come to me. So I had to wait
Oh,
half an hour for the proctor to talk to me because my number is 25. So it's like every 60 seconds it refreshes, but it takes a lot of time. So we need to have a buffer of at least half an hour to 45 minutes,
hmm,
not just have the time span. Earlier, even the exams used to get like we used
very
to
quick.
finish our exams very quickly, but this time the questions are little big. So we need to make sure that we have the time, the entire 90 minutes of space we have for giving the exam.
Hmm. Good, 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 good. Okay. Now coming that, let's say you're done with all your ID checks and Proctor says, okay, Kaushal and Vani, good to go ahead. We're launching the exam for you, right?
Mhm.
If anything stuck, Do you know and do you hear any kind of a use case like if stuck? Will it be start again? Will it suspend? What will happen? Any idea on that? Any experience you heard from any?
Yeah, I can put some point on this. So in my case, like what happened is my mother switched off the Wi-Fi by mistake,
Okay. It's
and
it's common. Don't worry. It's common a lot of
yeah,
time.
so but the thing is like again it will restart. So again you need to just resume the exam. Once you resume it, again it will be the same process, which
Okay.
means just need to wait in the queue. Let's say if your number is 10, right? As Vani said, it will be auto refreshed in 60 seconds. Okay. So you just need to wait for that. Once it's completed, let's say if your queue number is maybe 5 or 6, once
Hmm.
it's completed, automatically the exam will resume from the same place where you left off. Maybe it's, let's say, on question number 15 you left off, again you will start from the 15. So it's similar to website experience.
Mm.
This
So,
feature was as well in the website, but
yep.
one feature I found very interesting was this time they have introduced the strike through. Let's say if we have four options, right,
Hmm.
and you want to eliminate few of the options, then you can just use the strike through features as well to eliminate the options
So,
if
so
it's
it is it is
confusing.
it is, it is like a lifeline, 50-50.
Lifeline, yes. Just
And
strike through, and you can just select from the, let's say, out of four options. If you want to strike maybe three options or two options, and between two you can choose it which one is the correct. So we have the options for that as well. Yeah,
okay. So, but this need to be done by a human being, not by the machine, or it's like
yeah, yeah.
system. Okay.
No,
Might.
no, we have the options. We just the way you used to flag it, right? Flag for exam, right?
Okay.
So similar way strike to is there. We just have to hover the mouse, then drag it, and then strike it. That's it.
So
Okay.
it's just for our clarity, right? We are just
Yeah,
eliminating the options. So we are
Hmm.
saying
So
that
the
eliminating the
okay, this
options.
is not an option. Let's strike it out. This is not an option. Let's strike it out. Now it helps us get clarity on
concentrate,
which
right?
ones we want to concentrate and stuff. Yeah, that's it.
Got it. Now got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Now that's a really interesting part I can say here. Okay, now you are in the examination. The window started 75 question, 90 minutes. How you or how was your experience when you see first few question that you get a feeling yes it is good, hard, or how what you found that time? Might be one you start from you.
So reading all the LinkedIn posts and all of that sort, and talking to my friends who have completed. So I made sure that I'm mentally set that the questions are big, so it's gonna take time. So I'm giving an exam for 90 minutes. So it's kind of that preparation we need mentally, at least for me. So when we go through the questions, some of them are like simple questions, but some are tricky and some are scenario based, so you need to make sure that you read the entirety of the question. So because they are tricky, so you might fall into the trap, so we need to make sure that we read that properly and then answer it.
Hmm, nice. What do you think, Kaushal? What is the tip here?
So I used to follow some different approach. I
Hmm.
remember in college days or school days, I used, like, if we have, let's say, 6 questions for 6 marks, right?
Right.
So I used to solve all the 6 questions first so that I can get more marks, right? So what I used to follow while giving these kind of exams, service now exams, is first I used to go for the single options. If there is any second options, right, so I used to flag that. And again the mapping one, that was one of the trickiest one.
Tricky one,
So
right?
I Yeah, so I used to go for that in the last, so that, let's say, because out of 75 questions I felt more than 45 to 50 questions were single options. Okay.
Okay.
And it was not bit confusing. Yeah, it was hard, but not bit confusing. Scenario based it was there, but if you go through it, if your concepts are well and good, if you have gone through each and everything from the now learning, you won't be finding any issue as such. So I have
Hmm.
completed single options first. Once I completed, I have gone for the second options, like where the two options are there, right? And later on in the last, I started solving for the mapping one, because it was in mapping one, ultimately you have the four options in column A, four options in column B, which
Yes.
means you have four questions, right?
Yes.
Four questions. So if,
And
let's say, if you have 10 mapping questions, which means you have 40
40
questions.
questions. Correct.
So why to go for that? If, otherwise you will lose your time, right? So
Yes.
instead of focusing more on that, just focus on the where you will get more marks and get it done. That's it.
And mapping is the hard part is that one wrong answer. two wrong answers in the same
Yes,
go.
yes. So
That's another challenge here.
so yeah.
Okay, did you find that there's some kind of a negative marking or a compound marking? Like if in the matching one out of five, three are correct, will you get a mark? Or did you notice something like this, or it's a completely black box as of now?
I'm not sure like which pattern ServiceNow is following, so it's pretty much confidential within the
No, no,
ServiceNow.
no. Might be sometimes
I'm
it's like a feel.
yeah.
Okay, I have done this many, and this is correct 100%. This might be not, but I pass it because at the end I can see now when you clear the exam service now giving the percentage as well that in this section you get this percentage, which was not the case in the web assessor. In the web assessor, it's say pass and fail only. So by
Mhm.
that pattern, did you able to find out something in that particular stuff? Okay.
I have
Mhm.
not noticed that. Yeah, Vani, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying, but go ahead, Kaushal.
I have not particularly noticed that, so I'm not sure on that. Vani, if you
Okay.
have any point to add
Anything,
there.
Wani?
So I've read in one of the LinkedIn posts, somebody was mentioning that if you don't know the answer, do not mark it because that adds up to your negative marking, or it reduces the percentage because it's kind of somehow like cat percentage, right? Some cumulative percentages is what it is written when you see towards the end of the exam as well. So if we are definitely not sure that I don't know this,
Mm,
it's better not to answer so that you get a better score. It's not
true,
that we
true.
should not be answering most of them, but at least one or two questions, if you see that they're like, I don't know, maybe you can skip them.
Okay. Good. Now let's come back on one more important point. Let's say I'm definitely we all have a same experience. Time is running, question is pending. How you handle that situation, Vani?
So if you see the question is big, park it. So if you
Okay.
know that this is a simple question, this is a short question, I can answer it, I know it, just go ahead and do it. If you are not sure whether you between, or if you're confused between few things, you just park those. So whatever you can, whatever you know, just keep answering those first and then come back to the ones that you want,
Mm,
that you're confused, either confused, or if you see this is huge thing, now I don't have time, park those huge questions. So just answer the ones that you know quickly and then come back for the other
okay.
ones.
Okay. Now one more thing might be what is the policy you guys or what is the tips you want to give to me and because I'm also preparing as of now for the examination and I'm running my own service now foundation batch as well so that I can teach and I can learn with them as well. So when you stuck any kind of scenario based question, how you tackle that situation? Kaushal, might be you can start with this one.
Uh, for scenario based, I used to, as Vani said, I used to go for that particular thing in the last,
Okay.
because this time ServiceNow has just limited the time, like it's 90 minutes but 75 questions. But if you see, it's very difficult to solve all the 75 questions within 90 minutes, right? If you get stuck at some questions, and if
Hmm.
you spend 2 or 3 minutes on that particular questions, ultimately
Gone.
it will impact others, right? So instead of going for that, if it's very difficult, just flag it. In the last, if you are getting some time, just go for it. Otherwise, that's okay. So instead of going for that, let's focus more on the questions where you will get more marks.
Hmm.
So yeah, because there might be some confusing questions from different topics, right? Sometimes you will feel this is correct, that is correct, but it's very confusing, mostly on the CSDM side. It was very confusing. So um, be cautious while putting the answers. And ultimately, one thing is there, this time when I was giving exam in Weber, I used to go through each questions one by one. But
Hmm.
this time you won't even get chance to go through one by one, because there is limited time,
Hmm.
and in 90 minutes you won't even get time to go from
To
question
revise
number
it.
1 to 7,
Oh.
revise it.
Oh my God! Means you have to be very
Yeah.
confident at the first
Yes.
attempt. Yes, this has been done, and only remove or the leave those which you are not
Mm.
confident and come back again on that particular time
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, if
Okay,
someone has implemented CMDB in the past, it's very easy,
quick.
they'll feel
Okay.
quite easy. If someone have no implementation experience, ultimately you will be confused in the exam, because the more you will go through now learning course, sometimes it feel confusing, right? But if you have implementation experience, let's say for one or two,
Mm-hmm.
It's very easy. You can correlate it at least. So
Mm.
yeah, that's on that.
Oh,
It's not
what
that
you? What,
tough, I would say. Sorry to sorry to interrupt. So it's not that tough. But then
okay.
if you go through
Hmm.
the concepts, if you go through the now learning, like bare minimum, right? So if you can go through the playlist of anything that is available as part of the YouTube that Kaushal was mentioning, yours
Mm-hmm.
or any other service now people who have put the CMDB stuff out there, which is great. If not, blindly go through the now learning courses. Make sure you understand each and every concept,
Yeah.
and it is easier. So do not skip micro certifications. One other thing is, like, make sure you do all the micro certifications. That also helps a lot.
Okay. So
Yes.
when you say the micro certification, because I think it's a just one CMDB health simulator. That is the only micro cert they have, right? Or what
No, we
else?
have one for CSDM as well. No?
No,
Yeah,
no,
we have
we
one for
have two.
CS.
One for configure the CMDB health, and
Okay.
another one is I think CMDB fundamentals. Or there are two
There
certifications
are
for CS.
two actually. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I
Nice.
forgot about we have two.
CMDB, configure CMDB, and then as you were saying, fundamental one. Okay, because I remember that I was preparing my list, so it's say deep dive, health deep dive, CMD fundamental, CSDM. One is a simulator is there, and that's all. I'll see the configure as well. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Configure the CMDB and CMDB health. These are the two.
So
Okay.
it's all part of that path that ServiceNow has given us,
Yeah.
right, for CMDB
Which is
fundamentals.
mentioned the prerequisite kind of thing that okay, you have to do this
Hmm.
Yes.
this man training. Okay.
The
Okay.
entire
Yeah.
path, if we go through, everything gets covered in that.
Hmm. Good. 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 Okay. So I think I am almost at the end of the session now. And what your final thought about this certification, and what message you want to give to me and everybody who is watching you or might be watch after after this session.
So I would say
Anybody can
all the
answer.
best if anybody is preparing for the exam. All the best. So
and
don't
and
worry about anything else. So just make sure you're going through the labs. Whenever you're doing the labs, just don't do it passively. Make sure you're doing it actively,
actively
so
right.
you remember each and every step. So because the labs are helping a lot in terms of the questions that are coming in, right? And it also helps you retain the concept as well. So that's the basic for
Hmm.
why we do certifications as well, right? So make sure you do the micro certifications, make sure you do the labs actively, and then make notes of the now learning courses. I think it should be good.
And don't reach out to us for the dumps because there's a no dumps available.
There's no dumps. If
Yes.
anybody is giving you dumps, make sure those answers are correct. Most of the times when you get
True.
dumps, the answers are wrong. So don't fall into the trap. Make sure you have your own notes. So the
Yes.
answers that you get from the notes
That,
is the best ones. So don't
that's
rely
true.
on any
Yes.
other dumps.
Yeah. Okay, Kaushal, what do you think? The last thoughts.
I'll say don't panic. Just follow the right approach.
Mm-hmm.
Just spend more time. It's not like you can spend for 10 days and you can go for it. Yeah, if you have good implementation experience, well and good. You can give your exam in 10 days also. That's well and good because you have the implementation experience ultimately. If you don't have any implementation experience, don't rush. Don't fall in a trap that others are doing it. I am also going to do it so that I can also get the certifications. No, please focus more, go through each and everything thoroughly. Otherwise, if you fail in the exam, you will feel that
More
you have again
demotivated.
failed, and you need to pay for the retake, right? And this
Yes.
time, ServiceNow has also, I think, increased the retake rate. I think it's $200 or $200. I don't know the
100,
exact amount.
100 was the previous one only. The first retake
Yeah.
is $100.
Yeah, so I think you have to pay for the retake. So instead of spending $100 plus taxes, maybe
Hmm.
close to 10,000, 11,000
INR. Yes.
INR, okay. So just prepare for it, and once you feel confident, yeah, if you are getting some dumps from anyone, go through it thoroughly, check
That's not the
answers
case.
properly, just check answers properly just for your practice. Again,
Yes.
I am saying don't think that you will get 100% from the terms. If you are in a assumptions that you will get 100% from the terms, you will going to fail very badly in the exam, I can say. Don't
Hmm.
follow dumps at all. This is very new certifications, and no one can give you 100% surety. No one.
True. True. One question for you come from the audience that can you tell which YouTube playlist and admin course you follow for Data Foundation course?
So for YouTube, just search CMDB playlist. Just don't search the video, just search with ServiceNow CMDB playlist. You will get one. I followed ServiceNow with Runjay Patel. That was one, so I followed. And another thing is we have multiple ServiceNow community videos, right? Like directly posted on the ServiceNow community channel. So
Right.
go through each step. So let's say CMDB workspace. As I said, I got straight away 15-20 questions. Just go through ServiceNow CMDB workspace video. You can understand, because these days ServiceNow is partnering and spending more on the events, and they are
True.
ultimately recording the session and putting on the YouTube, right? So
Correct.
just go through free YouTube videos. That's the best one. And on the Now Learning, as Vani said, on demand course, micro certification course, and ultimately, if you want more knowledge, you can spend more time on the Now Assist for CMDB as well. So that at least you should be aligned with the ServiceNow recent release on the Now Assist. So
Okay.
that's pretty much on
Cool.
that. Yeah.
Cool. And might be also, but just to be add the flavor on the top of that, that I am also going to kickstart the series of the CMDP Data Foundation from 26th of January. So the batch is running already, but you will get those videos soon on the YouTube channel as well. Then you can watch and you can prepare for the same as well. Okay, so I think it's all done from my side, and no other question I can see as of now in the comments or the chat section as well. So as a tradition, let's take a 10-20 second pause. Thanks to God for the power, word, and strength He gave to us so that we are able to share our knowledge experience with the community so that everybody can prepare. And if anybody who cleared the exam, don't forget to thanks to these two guys as well if you're coming via this particular podcast, because their things are going to be help us a lot of people. So let's take a pause and then finally and formally I'll close the session as well. Okay, so thank you so much, Vani and Kaushal, for a quick notice and coming on the podcast. Your words
Yeah.
and your guidance definitely is good for us. Let's see, when I will be preparing the exam, I'll definitely keep you posted that I have done.
Yeah.
And once again, a big thanks to you. Take care and bye bye,
Yeah.
everybody. Bye bye.
Thank you for
Thanks,
having
Atul.
us.
Bye.
Thanks,
Yes.
Vani.
Bye.
Thank you.